Good afternoon, traders. Today is the 19th of August, 2021. Um, Pound US dollar. In our analysis for the week, we had the sell point here. So this is the 1 hour chart and the buy point here. So the buy did not trigger at all, and the sell was triggered here. We couldn't take the first break. We eventually took it yesterday evening once we had the M pattern breakdown. But what we can see now is we're expecting a short covering rally to the upside, and I'm going to discuss this. So I'm gonna clean this chart. There are key lines on this chart that I don't really want to delete, so I'll do this quickly. Okay, so we are okay like this. So what do we have here? Let's hide some of these tools so we can see. Um, that's it. So let's go to the daily chart. So I was saying that last week, actually, because we've been looking at the pound since last week, and I was talking about the 50%. They broke it without respecting it. They tested it again, and they broke the 61.8 as well, and they came to the deep correction. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? The 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 most important thing that we must note is this last action here. Unless price come back and take this low, every opportunity for a valid buy must be taken, and that is the starting point. We that's the way we look at price basically. So I'll give you an example. So for instance, when this happened, some people were selling this, some people were selling this. Eventually price went up. You want to be able to look at the last action. What happened? What was the major action that happened last? And in this pound dollar, this I is the major action that happened last. So having said that, a simplified way of approaching this is this. Okay, so that's the buy zone. Price closed on the buy zone. Yes, yesterday we actually traded the buy zone. We pushed back a little bit, and today we've seen the smash down. But so basically, what can we make sense of what is currently going on here in this buy zone? Let's go to the 5 minutes chart. I like to use 5 minutes, and this is yesterday. Okay, and immediately price started coming down. This is wave structure one, wave structure two. Today we have extended wave structure three. So this is where we have to use the technical know-how that we have. Okay, and this is the momentum low of that last extended wave structure down. Okay, uh, let's use three for that. So that's the momentum low. So the rule is momentum low must be sold. Okay, because the previous momentum low has been sold. Momentum low must be sold, and the previous momentum lows. Let's draw all the previous momentum lows, and just follow me as we do this. Um, okay, and as you can see, as soon as the price come traded down below the momentum low, the most they've done is retested it and smashed down, retested it and smashed down. We now got to this momentum low, the correction. So let's compare the correction of this one, the correction of this one, and this one to see whether this is a different kind of move than these two. As we can see, this actually printed a completed wave structure to the upside. I like to utilize line charts when things becomes very muddy sometimes. and this is, I'm gonna count this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we look at this one, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, lower 5. Well, this one gave us a higher 5. That's what we mean by momentum. That is the difference between that one and these two. 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, lower 5. Okay, but in this case we have a higher 5. So let's go back to the, this is an education stuff. So now this becomes a momentum high. These law are just an ordinary structural point on the 5 minute chart, but this one is different because this is a momentum high. Price actually moved and it broke beyond the fall that was coming down of this extended move down. So what I'm gonna do now is I'll label this I of 5, and that is the opposite of this. Okay, and we have to use the appropriate color. Momentum I must be bought. Okay, so this is basically what we've got. We now came below momentum low that must be sold, and this is a failure trade right now. Okay, price trading, you're meant to be selling once price come below here, but the clue has already been given to us in the mid session. Okay, between London and Tokyo. Yes, where's the, come on. Oh, okay, I'm not on the intraday chart. Okay, so this has already given us the clue that we are likely to see a failure if price breaks below here, and this is what we have here. This is a reversal trade. Above here, things to speed up, things should speed up, and we have to apply the same rule. Momentum low must be sold, momentum high must be bought. So if price now gets to the momentum high and do the same thing that this one is doing, by, if it gets above here and start reversing back below it, that is where you need to get out. Okay, unless price fail to take this low. So with the pound dollar, our, where should we be targeting on in the short term? Because we have to look at it from the short term. This one has been sold, and it will take a little bit of attempt depending on how price is reacting at these levels that we've drawn out. Okay, if price manage to come back into the buy zone of this and start claiming the 50% area, then you are likely to see a continuation tomorrow. But today, the first barrier is this momentum high. We need to come above momentum high and stay above it. So this is a high risk trade. This has been sold really strongly. We've seen three completed structure down. We've seen a manipulation, okay, after this momentum high. We've seen that this is a complete wave structure too, to manipulate. They spent a lot of money to manipulate this low. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and that is basically what we've got here. In terms of projection, um okay, we can use the, this low to this high, and I will use a different color. Look at that. This is very strong. Look at the target. With that, in, as that's if price remain above and get price gets to above this momentum high and remain above the momentum high. That's the only thing. In this low now is forbidden. We have a trade and we have to place our stop at this low. That's why I put a stop loss there. Okay, we can't do anything right now above here. You can't look to sell. If you try to sell this and price did not break here, shorting a door market is a reversal market. Okay, so this is a potential strong reversal in the pound US dollar. We have to watch out for all these key lines, but once we break this high and remain above this high, if we break this high and remain above this line, We know we can trade what we see, not what we think. But at the same time, you need to have an expectation. And the expectation, as a result of what we witnessed here, because this is a sell point and price got below it and reversed. Okay, this behavior, we've not seen this behavior on the other lows. And if price gets back below there, that's your clue to get out and get out fast. Okay, but pound dollar in the bigger time frame on the daily chart, nothing has changed. The last action still remains a higher high, and price is currently making a higher low. Unless price goes below this point, 135.72, the bigger time frame is still to the upside, and we should still be looking at it from that point of view. That's why whenever we have a technical buy like this, we can't pass it by. Some of them you can take it and scratch out, some of them, but if price is gonna go up, this is how it's gonna happen, because this one has satisfied so many things. The low has been, we've seen a strong momentum to the downside, knocked out all the weak longs, has been shaken out. People that were holding up for 50% has been knocked out. 61.8 has been knocked out. 76.4, they've been knocked out once and twice. So this zone is very important. And if price should start making a new fresh highs above this lower highs, then that is your trade. Then we can be patient and we can just trail our stop loss along this this price. So let me quickly look at I'm trying to find the what's the chart for the pound. I'll probably share that one on the screenshot if I've got the time to do that. So basically, this is just the analysis that I've got on the pound. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow will be interesting. Pound dollar is actually part of our pair that we trade on Friday as well. So this could be a nice trade as long as this low is not broken again. And yeah, that's it basically. Have a blessed trading day. Let's chat to you soon.